with the first pick.
I feel good.
We've got the one you've all been waiting for.
This kid's pretty good. Tonight.
A national champion who earned headliner status.
Max gonna go long.
The playmaker who made everyone take notice.
Absolute laser from Justin Fields.
Yo, what's going on, fellas? It's your boy the Bus, and we here with another mock draft. Well, not another. This is the first mock draft for the Gridiron Madden League, and so I'm doing this one by myself. My boy Bruce normally jumps on, but I just wanted to do a quick one, man. Give you guys something to look over and look forward to in the next up and coming season. So right now we still in the playoffs. I think we in the divisional championship, I believe. Can't quite. No, we in the conference championship. So right now we got. Let's see. All right. So for the AFC, you had the Dolphins and the Steelers. Dolphins beat the Steelers 49-7. And in the NFC, we're waiting on the Bears and the Niners to play their game. Then we'll move on to the Super Bowl. But as of right now, we're just going to talk about the first top 5 picks in this year's draft. These picks could be traded, but right now, this is where it stands. You got the Texans picking number 1, Vikings number 2, Bills number 3, Jags number 4, and then the Jets coming in at number 5. So I ain't gonna keep you waiting, man. So with the first pick, you got the Texans. So man, he really can go anywhere having the first overall pick, but I kind of looked at his team, and I think one of the positions I think he needs to address is the wide receiver position. You know, he has Brandon Cooks, who's 29. He has a young Nico Collins. Everybody else is kind of like 26, 29. So I think here, if it was me, but I think the Texans will go with the wide receiver here, and I think they go with the guy from Wisconsin, and that's Alonzo Baber. I think he's the guy that the Texans draft and try to help Watson, you know, have some guys out there to throw to. So as you know, we haven't gotten to the combine numbers yet or the pro days. I'm just going by, you know, just how these guys have performed during their collegiate career and their workouts that they're doing individually. But when you look at Alonzo Baber, comes in at 6'4", 222. He's coming in at 21 years of age. So this from, you know, watching him and the scouts, the guy has great acceleration, good to great agility, good to great speed. He can jump, he's strong. So man, the kid from Wisconsin was probably one of the best receivers in that conference. You know what I'm saying? And as we all know, for him to be one of the top receivers coming out of Wisconsin, knowing that they are a running team, I think that stands out. I think he's trying to help change that mentality of Wisconsin being a running team, and to allow them to be a little bit more balanced, you know what I'm saying, and passing to a guy like him. But I think if Eric Yo, the owner of the Texans, goes this way, I think he gives Deshaun Watson another target that he can hit, along with another big guy with Nico Collins. So you pair Nico Collins up with Alonzo Baber, you could probably put Brandon Cooks in the slot to kind of stretch the field. You know, so I'm expecting this guy to really put up some good numbers at the scouting combine, and I'm really looking forward to see what he does for his pro day. But I think he's going to be a great player. He has big hands, so he can snag the ball. He doesn't let the ball get to his body. He just snags it out the air. You know what I'm saying? Almost like a Calvin Johnson clone. He may not be as fast as Calvin Johnson, but he can go up there and get it. All right, so pick 2, we got the Minnesota Vikings coming in, and that's my man C-Rob. And if I know C-Rob based on previous leagues that we played in and looking at his team right now, this guy has no choice but to go quarterback. I mean, he got an aging Kirk Cousins at 35 years old, who he can really cut and save him $35 million. So I don't see Kirk Cousins being here long. And if he goes quarterback, which I think he will, got a Dalvin Cook who can, help to run the young rookie quarterback come in. You got Justin Jefferson. Thielen is still there. He has a rookie second-year player, Kyron Randolph, 6'5", 235, 93 pounds. So even with those guys, I have the Vikings going Javier Fry out of Washington. Now, this guy is probably the best player in this draft. That's just my thinking. And that's without seeing the combine numbers or pro days. He's the guy that you want to pick to come in and be the face of your franchise. Out of Washington, man, he has, just looking at some of the physicals, good to great acceleration, great to elite agility, change of direction is great to elite jumping. I don't know why jumping really matters for a quarterback, unless they run in the Statue of Liberty play. You know what I'm saying? Speed, solid to good. So I'm thinking his speed may be around like 80, maybe it could be like between 80, 83. Throw power, great to elite, bruh. This is the guy that you want leading your team on the field against anybody in gridiron. Like, awareness is A, is no accuracy, mid is A. Like, man, and there's not enough that I can say about this kid. He kind of reminds me of a younger RG3, just more stable. Fast, got a big arm, and he actually set the touchdown record at Washington, like 68 touchdowns. I think he might have broke Joe Burrow's record, you know what I'm saying, during this time as well. So Javier Fry, like, if C-Rob does not draft this guy with the second overall pick, I'm gonna start thinking maybe something's wrong with him. Because the kid can make every pass. If he can read every defense. If the pass is not there, he has the legs to extend the play and extend the pocket. And one thing about him, he can run, but he doesn't always look to run. His head is always downfield, looking to pass. So that's something that I think you can't teach. And for him coming out of Washington and coming into the gridiron and hopefully going to the Minnesota Vikings, he should be able to, at least get the Minnesota Vikings out of the top 5. You know what I'm saying? So Javier Fry is going to be, he's the best player in the draft. And that's without me seeing any type of combine or pro day numbers. Now, next up, we got the Buffalo Bills coming in at pick number 3. So I looked at this Bills team, and the first thing that I saw that they probably needed was some help in the secondary. I mean, they could probably go elsewhere in the draft, but I mean, they got the quarterback. Running back they might go, but people don't really draft running backs in the top 5 unless a running back is in the draft for like maybe 95, 96 feet. But offensively, I think he's fine. But when you go to the defensive side of the ball and you look at his safeties, I think this is where the Bills draft the kid out of Florida State, Hayden Watkins. So he has a Michael Hyde at free safety, who's 32 years old. Sean Davis, who's 24, but he's just, I don't think he's that guy. And then at the strong safety, he has Jordan Poyer, who also 32 years old. So I think he goes Hayden Watkins here and fulfills one of those safety spots. Now, think about Watkins is he's probably on the smaller side, so I'm not sure where excuse me, where the Bills guy would put him if he drafts, if he actually goes this direction. Me, I think I'll probably put him at no, he's 6'2", 214. Yeah, he can play free or strong. So, but coming in with a B hip power, I think I might let him stay at strong. He's 6'2", 214, age 21 out of Florida State. So I think that's where I'll put him. But he's interchangeable, so he can go free safety, he can go strong safety. He might even see a little nickelback at times. Speed is great to elite, so he's gonna be able to cover the entire field. You know what I'm saying? Good, great change of direction. Agility is good. Acceleration is great to elite. So I expect Hayden to be the guy that the Bills select with the 3rd overall pick. Hayden was all ACC, first defensive team. He's an All-American coming out of Florida State, and y'all know who came out of Florida State, man. You got Jalen Ramsey, who came out of Florida State, Deion Sanders. So they are known to produce cornerbacks, safeties. So I think it's a good pedigree with Hayden Watkins coming out of Florida State and then coming to the Buffalo Bills. The environment is gonna be a little different because in Florida it's nice and warm and sunny. In Buffalo it's cold, man. So if he goes there, he's gonna have to adapt and get used to playing in the cold and not all that sunny and bright sun weather, man. But Hayden, he's a big kid. He can cover the field from sideline to sideline. He can come up. He's a thumper. But what you're gonna have to make sure whoever's running the ball, catching the ball, they're gonna have to make sure they cover the ball up. And looking at some of the top fits for his team, for him is he's a top fit for Minnesota. He's a top fit for Dallas, and he's a top fit for the Patriots. But with the way the Bills secondary is, and they're very aged, some of them walking around with walkers, I think Hayden Watkins comes in and fixes that position for the Bills, and then leaves them nothing else to worry about until the next year. You know what I'm saying? Well, he could double up and maybe select a free safety too, or try to keep one of the veterans around to try to help coach Hayden Watkins for him to be the best guy that he can be. So next up, coming in with pick number 4, man, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Jaguars are a pretty solid team. I think they just need a couple more pieces to kind of get over the hump, but let's take a look right now at the Jaguars, and I'm gonna tell you why I feel like they're gonna go this direction. So quarterback, you don't need one because you got Sunshine down there with Trevor Lawrence. Running back, James Robinson, and you got Travis Etienne. I just think they probably need to address the defensive side of the ball, and I have them picking the left end out of Auburn, and that's James Hood. So when you look at the Jaguars left end, they got Dwayne Smoot, 28, Malcolm Brown, 29. Other side, they got Roy Robert Harris, who's 30, and that's pretty much it as far as the D-line. So they're aging and they're not that good. So when you bring in a guy like James Hood from the SEC, and y'all all know how the SEC players do, man, they come in and they really ball out. And because think about the SEC. They're playing stiff competition day in and day out. Pretty much just beating each other up. You know what I'm saying? So I think anybody out of the SEC is probably going to be a good pick, especially this high. I mean, James Hood is a top 5 player in this draft. When you can get a top 5 player at 6'6", 265, he's going to be the staple of that D-line. You have to go get James Hood. He's 22 years old, so he's young. B power move. His finesse move is a D, but the B power move is really what catches your eye. Like I said, I seen him. I flew down to Auburn a couple days ago and I saw him play. And the he's strong. He has good speed, good acceleration, so he's definitely gonna get after the quarterback. The one thing that I really would like him to develop coming into the NFL is I want to see him have a few more moves. You know what I'm saying? And that's probably why when you look at the scouting report, his power move is so high and his finesse move is so low, because in college, you know what I'm saying, he's probably just towering over all the linemen there. But in the NFL, man, you got some grown men up there, so he's gonna have to learn how to use power moves and develop some finesse moves to really get to the quarterback. You know what I'm saying? So if he tries to come into the grid and tries to just use power move every play, he's gonna have a short grid career. He's not gonna do anything. But if he can get down there and learn from Josh Allen, learn some finesse moves, and learn how to use those hands and dip them shoulders, he will be one of the best DNs in grid. Next up, we got the New York Jets. Man, the Jets are a very interesting team. So when I looked at the Jets, man, I also had them going to the D-line, and I got them taking Austin Lynch out of Wisconsin. So let's just look at their team real quick. I'm gonna tell you why I went there, and I think they picked a DT. So of course they still got Quinnen Williams, but I think he needs to pair up another young kid with Quinnen. Quinnen is the staple of that D-line, and got John Franklin Myers at the left end, who's good. Paul Lawson, who's aging at the other D end. But the DT, you have Oralunsu Fatakasi. I'm sorry I messed his name up. So I got him taking Austin Lynch, the DT out of Wisconsin, man, to help bring some youth in and create a tandem with Quinnen Williams on that New York defensive line. So coming out of Wisconsin, man, some of the heavy hitters that came. J.J. Watt came out of Wisconsin. T.J. Watt came out of. Let's talk about all the Watts that came out of there. And so when you look at Austin Lynch, he's gotten some comparison to maybe like a Christian Wilkinson out of Clemson, who can pretty much do it all. He can rush the passer, he can stop the run, and he's just bigger than Wilkinson. He comes in at 6'5", 218. Block shedding, I'm giving him a B grade with the block shedding. Like, this is the thing. So when you look at his, ratings, acceleration is great to elite, agility good to great. But the thing that gets me is his speed is great to elite. Strength is good to great. So you got a guy coming in at 6'5", 318 that might be 85, 86 speed maybe. Oh my God. Like, that's scary to me. You know what I'm saying? So whoever, if the Jets pick him, damn, he can play anywhere on the D line if he comes in with 80 plus speed. But then picture if he has like 83, 84 speed with maybe like 89, 90 strength. Who's gonna block him? Like, you're gonna have to either double team him or you're gonna have to double team Quinnen Williams. The kid can really, I'm not gonna say he's strong as Larry Allen, because there was nobody really strong as Larry Allen. Larry Allen was just a big, overgrown, strong individual. But Austin Lynch has big. Y'all remember Big Ted Washington? They used to play for Buffalo Bills, and he played for the Bears. He has that type of strength, but he can move like an Aaron Donald. So Larry Allen, Ted Washington strength, but then you move, you're quick as Aaron Donald. He can play left end, right end, or DT. But if it was me, I would team him up with Quentin Williams in the middle and make the O-line choose who they're gonna double, because they're gonna have to double one or the other. Either double Quentin Williams, then let Austin Lynch get to you, or you double Lynch and Quentin Williams gets off. So either way it goes, I think Austin Lynch may be the second best player in this draft, behind the quarterback from Washington, Javier Fry. So, yeah, man, that was a quick rundown of the grid mock draft for this up and coming draft. Next time I think I might go a little longer and do the top 10. Hopefully Bruce will get on with me. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to get this one out here, give you guys something to look at. So until next time, man, I want to thank you guys for looking at the mock draft, man. Just give me some comments, show some likes, and hey, man, let's get ready to draft.